Do you find yourself saying yes more often than not? Do you find yourself in a place or a space with someone you're in a relationship with, friends, family, coworkers, whoever it is, and you can't say no? You just go with the flow and do what you have to do so everyone stays happy. Listen, stay tuned in. Issue with not saying no. I would say yes to almost any and everything. If I could absolutely do it, I would do it. All right. If whether the yes made me uncomfortable or not. And this is with friends, family, co-workers, at work. I remember I used to work for University of Maryland after while I was in school at University of Maryland, and once I graduated. And there were times where my manager would come to me and ask me to work overtime. And I would say, yes, sure, I'll go and do overtime. Or we need you for this shift, or we need you to do this. And I will always say yes. I find myself just saying yes more often than no, right? And it got to a point, and I worked for University of Maryland for about 7 years. And it got to a point where I'm finding that the managers there would only ask me to do certain things. They would ask me to do extra work because they listen to you better. So I started doing managerial work, and I wasn't getting paid for managerial services. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right? But yeah, I'll be like, okay, yeah, because I wanted to please everybody. One of my goals, I know Oprah once said she figured out her goal wasn't to be nice. But one of my goals in my younger years was to be nice and kind and loving, and I didn't want to disappoint anyone. And guess what, people? Guess what, family, friends? You will disappoint somebody in your life, and guess what? It's okay. It's okay. Breathe in that. It is okay. We cannot please everybody because we have our own lives. We have our own priorities that we want or we should, right? And so at some point, that's going to be in disagreement with someone, and we have to be okay with that. So I had to get comfortable with that, and that's a hard place for me, even with family, saying no. I had to get comfortable with my husband and I live a little further away from where I grew up. And so it's 6 of us total. So we have to travel about 12 to 14 hours to get where we're going. So I can't come to every family function. I can't. I had to get okay with saying I can't come or I can't make it, right? You can't make me feel bad because there are things that I'm prioritizing in my life. And so I want to give you some things that I put into practice to help me get used to saying no to the things I need to say no to and be comfortable with, okay, I'm not going to please everybody. Everybody's not going to be so happy with me. Everybody's going to have some type of issue at some point, but that's okay. And the first thing I started doing was identifying my priorities. What am I saying yes to that is adding value to me, adding value to my children, adding value to my husband, to what I'm trying to do? If it's not adding value, family, say no. So make sure in 2024, you identify what is priority for you. Know what to commit to and what not to commit to. All right. I hope that's good information. Listen, stay tuned. I got some more nuggets for you. All right. Comment in the chat if you were one that had an issue with people pleasing you. This will revolutionize your daily life, your daily routine, your your daily productivity is limiting your calls. Don't answer everybody's calls. It's too easy now to send a text. Okay, it's too easy to send an audio call, an audio message. That's what I normally do when I'm checking in with people, even my mom, my family, anybody that I want to check on. I send them a quick audio message first. Now, someone just like, hey, what's up? Yo. And I'm like, ooh, or I gotta talk to you, or I got a question. And I'm not sure what in the world they're going to be talking about. I'm like, oh Lord, what's happening? I get anxiety from that. I need to know, like, hey, we all good? Things, what's going on? Things, just say what you gotta say, okay? It would be all times of night, all times of day. And I would like, if I couldn't answer the call, I would have anxiety with that. I would be like, I don't know how they're going to feel. They're going to think I'm ignoring them, and I'm not trying to ignore them. I'm working, or I'm dealing with my kids, or I'm driving. I had to let that go, right? Sometimes everybody can't answer your call all the time, and that's okay. And so I had to get to a place where I understood that, I can't control anyone else's reactions, but I can control what I do, right? And I understand and I know what intention I have at the time that I'm reacting or having a reaction or doing what I'm doing. And so I have to be okay with that. With that, wherever they are in their maturity and they don't understand, or they were like, no, you have to answer my call every time, or this means she don't like me, she trying to avoid me, or this and that. I can't worry about that. Listen, don't you worry about that. Okay? We're adults here. All right. We're still chit-chatting. Thank you so much. If you're still tuning in, thank you so much. If you don't know, I'm Darnaya Darice. I am a mom of 4, 2 boys, 2 girls. I'm also a wife. I work from home full time, and here on this channel, I love to give life tips and life inspiration. Once in a while, you may see lifestyle or bits of me or my family or just what I'm doing, but I hope any and every time that you come here to hang with me, okay? Anytime you come visit me over here on this channel, I hope you get some type of insight and value, feel encouraged, feel loved, feel motivated, okay? Put in the chat, I'm motivated, hey, all right? It's so many nuggets we can have on this topic of being able to say no, stop saying yes, stop people pleasing, all right? And another thing I had to put in practice is to communicate openly and honestly. Still practicing and working on getting open with my communication, my honesty, where I'm at and what I'm doing, and be okay. Be okay with nay, okay? Be okay with nay, okay? So I'm still doing that, but people have to know where you are, what you're doing, and if you're honest with them, it's up to them to take that information and respect that, right? And we have to be prepared for resistance. Some people may resist. Some people may not be okay. Hey, I'm no longer doing this on this day anymore. I'm doing this. I don't any longer agree with this, so I'm doing this. Doesn't mean we can't stop talking, can't stop being friends. Whatever it is, you may get some resistance, but hopefully that person or whoever it is mature enough to say, hey, this person was communicated with me, they were open, they were honest, and I see where they're coming from. I see they're trying to increase their life. I see they're trying to do better, and let me do the same. So we have to get comfortable with that. And obviously the last thing I started to put in practice is just surrounding myself with positive, productive people. And I hope you do the same. Surround yourself with productive people that are getting things done, that are not stagnant, that are not waiting for something to do something for them or someone to do something for them. They are doing it. You are in the driver's seat. I'm sorry, you are. If you don't do anything in your life, nothing will happen. It is up to you to put in that work, and you need to trust yourself enough to do the work. So we're not going to people please this year. We're going to do what's necessary, do what we need to do in order to progress our lives forward. Well, that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this little chit chat. If you enjoyed this chit chat, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell so you can know every time I post, which right now I'm posting Sundays and Wednesdays. Okay, so you need to make sure that you're tuning in. Share this with someone who you know who needs it. Make sure you drop me a comment. I love to see your comments and engage with you. And until next time, you already know, I hope you keep rising.